Most people underestimate how much you can change your life when you focus on yourself for 6 months because they've spent their entire life doing the opposite. You can get ahead of 99% of people in 2024, but only if you attack the year with 3 things: intention, intensity, and iteration. Let's start with intention. You need to figure out what you want. Why? Well, look around you and see where not knowing what you want gets you. Most people are running around mindlessly, not knowing what direction they're heading in, and if you don't know what direction to go in, you can't make any sort of meaningful progress. You live a life that is a constant loop of distraction, lacks fulfillment, and has you longing for something more. Mindless action is the enemy of your success. So what you need to figure out to create this direction, this intention, and avoid mindless action are 3 things. 1. The life you want to live. What do you want in your life? Seriously, think about this. How do you want to live? Have you ever sat down and thought about this? You need to dedicate some time to sitting down and genuinely asking yourself, what do I want in life? How do I want to live? What do I want to do for work? What is my ideal dream partner like? Figure out what your dream life looks like. And now if you're struggling with this, one of the best things you can do is create an anti-vision. Craft the opposite of your dream life. So the hell version of your life, what you don't want in life, and then use that vision to figure out what you do want. What you're doing here is creating a vivid picture in your mind of the life that you want to live. One that you can use as an overarching direction for your life, because without it, you have no way to set goals that actually mean something. You've no way to inspire meaning in your life, because nothing you do has meaning because you don't know what importance it plays in what you want to do. You need to figure out what you want in life. 2, the person you want to become. If you could be all you could be, what would that look like? What habits would you have? What mindset would you have? What mannerisms would you have? What would your physique look like? This is the meaning of life. To pursue becoming all you could be. Again, have you ever asked yourself this? If you could be all you could be, what would that look like? Sit down, figure it out. This again is another vivid picture that you're painting in your mind that you can and should use as an overarching direction in combination with your dream life to set your goals. 3. What you need to do to get there. So when you're figuring out what you want in life, what you're doing is you're painting a picture in your mind of what you want, the direction you want to go in over the long term. But to get there over the long term, you need to have a direction in the short term that is going to push you towards that is going to keep you on the straight and narrow. So set 3 goals for 2024 that will move you one step closer to that dream life and to becoming all you could be. I highly recommend the 3 goals you set to be a physical goal. So for example, gaining 10 pounds of muscle, a financial goal such as consistently earning 10k a month, and an impact related goal related to the value you want to provide and the impact you want to make on the world. Once you have those 3 goals, you need to reverse engineer them into a daily action. This is a task that you can focus on every single day that over time, by you completing them every day, adds up to you achieving that goal, therefore moving closer to that dream life, to that picture you've painted. This is crucial. If you do not work on moving towards your goals every single day without fail, you're missing out on both compounding and momentum, 2 of your best friends when it comes to changing your life and getting ahead of 99% of people. And when you're doing this work, it needs to be in a state of deep focus and flow. Without focus, you're going to suffer in terms of the quality of your work, therefore the results that you generate, therefore the progress that you make, and you're going to be much less productive. These tasks that you have created by reverse engineering your goals are the micro focus that you focus on every day that over time add up to the macro focus of you living your dream life and becoming all you could be. If you want to change your life and get ahead of 99% of people, you need intention. And for intention, you need both macro and micro direction. Next, intensity. Intention is all about figuring out what you want, who you want to be, where you want to go, and what you need to do to get there. But intensity is how you put in enough effort and energy to actually get the results that are necessary to achieve your goals that will push you towards that dream life. Because getting ahead of 99% of people, changing your life, achieving goals is not going to be easy. You will have to hold yourself to a standard that makes you proud. You'll have to act like a professional. You cannot expect to make any sort of real progress if you only do the work when you feel like it, if you only show up on your good days, if you act like an amateur. Getting great results is so much harder than most people imagine, hence why 99% of people don't get any. And if you look around you at everyone walking in the streets, you'll notice something. They're all amateurs. They don't know what they want, they don't have intention, they also don't have intensity, they're overweight, they're dressed like kids, and you know for a fact that they're looking for the first excuse in their head not to do the work that they know they need to do, and you know that they will find it. It's amateur, and if you act like them, you will get the same results as them. Making progress, getting ahead of 99% of people, achieving your goals requires you to set standards for yourself. It requires you to say to yourself, no matter what, this gets done. And you don't negotiate with yourself, because the moment you start negotiating the standards that you have consciously set for yourself is the moment you lose self-respect. If you give yourself permission not to rise to your standards once, not to do the thing once, you will give yourself permission not to do it twice, and 2 times turns into 3 times, and then you end up not doing it and you've quit, you've gave up. You have to come at your work with a level of intensity and professionalism and seriousness and commitment that most people think is over the top. But that is the exact reason that they never do anything worth talking about or achieve anything worth achieving. And with these standards, you need to make sure that you're chasing 3 things. 1, mastery. Without chasing mastery of your craft, you're never going to get good enough at the skill to produce the results that you need to produce. Now this comes back to your intention from earlier. Focus on the daily actions for your goals, doing the reps day in, day out, and practicing in the name of progress and the intention of improving each time you sit down to do the work. Now I teach you how to master your mind, actions, craft, and performance in my course Mastery OS, so if you're interested, I will leave a link to that in the description below. 2, meaning. If you don't pursue meaning through becoming all you could be and achieving your dream life, your intentions from earlier, then the goals that you have set and the work that you need to do to achieve those goals are meaningless. And if the work is meaningless, you're going to procrastinate, you're going to struggle to focus on it, you're not going to enjoy doing the work. But if you set your intentions correctly, if you're true to yourself, then your goals and your daily actions that add up to those goals will be meaningful, because if the intention and direction is meaningful, the goals will be meaningful, and the work that is needed to achieve those goals will also be meaningful. And therefore, because the work is meaningful, you will find it easy to do, you will want to do it, you won't procrastinate, you'll find it easy to focus, and you'll actually enjoy doing it. 3, curiosity. Without chasing curiosity, you will find that you're never learning. You're never asking questions, you're never investing in yourself, you're never gaining knowledge, and therefore you will be limited in what you know how to do. So follow what grabs you and pursue your curiosities. When you combine the pursuit of mastery, meaning, and curiosity with the standards that you have set for yourself, you come at your work and your goals with intensity. You give enough energy and effort to actually produce high quality work, get results, make progress, and get ahead of 99% of people. But if you do what everybody else does, if you're mindless not only about where you want to go, but about what you're doing, if you're just running through the motions with no intensity, you're being an amateur and you will never make progress. Finally, iteration. Everybody talks about consistency, and consistency is absolutely crucial. It is a prerequisite for success and for achieving goals. But what most people don't tell you is that you can be consistently bad. You can do something every single day, but if you never actually aim to improve, aim for progress, you will stay at the same level. So instead of being consistent, be consistently iterating. Each time you practice, which should be consistently, it should be daily, aim to do one thing 1% better. Now this obviously won't make massive changes day to day, but don't worry, this game of changing your life, getting ahead of 99% of people and becoming all you could be is a long-term game. So simply by showing up and doing one thing 1% better every single day, over time you'll get to experience the famous compounding curve of 1% improvements. But that only happens if you do 2 things. You play the long game and show up daily, not expecting results tomorrow, and you consistently iterate, aiming for progress. Because that's where most people mess up. They set these big goals and then they show up inconsistently for a month and then they quit because they didn't get results. Well, no shit. You didn't show up consistently, you didn't iterate, and you didn't show up for a long enough period of time. Now, obviously, this can be hard to do depending on what sort of field of work you're in, but that's why I recommend everyone to build something of their own. If you build something that is meaningful to you, that you enjoy working on, that makes an impact and provides value, not only do you find it easy to play the long game and consistently iterate, but you get to build something that lets you live life on your terms. It is hard to do that when you're stuck in a career that tells you what to work on, when to work on it, and when you can go on vacation. Now, in terms of what you build, it is entirely up to you, but I am a massive proponent of the creator business model, which if that is something you're interested in, make sure you check out the video I will link at the end of this one. And the main reason I'm a massive proponent of it is because it involves you creating valuable, impactful content around whatever interests you, and it builds a traffic source as well as authority, respect, and trust that will allow you to monetize in whatever way you want, whether it's a course, a physical product, coaching, or an agency. But regardless of what you build or if you decide to stay in your career, if you want to get ahead of 99% of people, you have to set your intentions so that you don't mindlessly wander through life and end up where you don't want to end up. You have to attack your goals and work with intensity to produce a high enough quality work to get the results that you need to get to achieve the goals you want to achieve. And you need to iterate over time so that you can see progress and experience compounding and momentum. Remember, most people underestimate how much they can change their lives when they focus on themselves for 6 months because they've spent their entire life doing the opposite. My friend, as always, thank you for watching. That is it for this video. Make sure you check out this video here if you're interested in the creator business model. Click that subscribe button and I will see you in the next one.